Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to the course. In the previous video, we saw how to create parameterized tests in order to create a lot of test cases so we can cover a lot of the code. In this video, I'm going to show you I have added more tests in order to cover all the code I have. We will see that code and the test together. We'll see the coverage and some of the function we have deleted so that in the next video, we can refactor these tests. So here in my tests, as you can see, if I go to the prior time tests, well, right now I have created other tests, are going to see them here. A lot of tests. First, I tried to cover some tests related to this method. Sometimes we want to set specific angles to different prior times. And using this method here, I'm able to do so. And here it is some custom time. Of course, I don't have to repeat this a lot because most of the settings I've covered them here. So this is pretty fine. This is one thing. The other one, which is setting Asia minutes in specific time. Right here, I'm setting it to 45 and here to 12. Another test is for setting Maghrib minutes in specific time. Okay, that's pretty much on the custom settings for each prayer time. Then we do have another responsibility. If you go here to the prayer times calculator, there are methods that are called format time, right? And as you can see, this format time, for example, to 12 is a public method. It means I can create the object and use them directly. Now, what I'm thinking is that it's not the responsibility of the prayer time calculator to format the time. Well, we can provide some kind of formatter to the prayer time calculator in order to do the formatting. We are going to do this refactoring in the future, right? But right now, I'm trying to capture this behavior. So I've created some tests here. Like that's the thing, like I didn't change this public. It was public by default. I can use calculator and see this time and check if it is correctly. This time, if it is correct, and sometimes using suffix, no suffix. And the beauty, I'm able to even check this code. Like this code is none. I won't be able to input it via the prayer time calculator. But with using this method, I'm able to pass none and then see if it is the correct thing. Okay, that's pretty much about the different tests I have added. And here I have also created just some tests to call this prayer time names. We are going to create special class that will hold this name for us. We are not going to pass them like that. So if I run all the tests are passing, now it comes to the coverage part. Now the coverage right now, it's not 100%. I'll show you why. So 88% here, as you can see. And the reason for that is that we have some methods that aren't used. So if you can see, all the branches are satisfied, which is a good thing. We're going to refactor this. But if you go to the bottom here, well, first we do have this main method. The main method doesn't serve anything right now. We can delete it. That's fine. That's a good thing. We are removing a big chunk of code. And also we do have some getters and setters that you are not using. Okay, for example, this chef is not using. So as you can see, it is private and not used. We can delete it, right? Same thing for this one. And also some getter methods. We can delete this one, this one, this one, this one also. As you can see, most of them has been deleted. And also we do have some other methods that aren't used and they are private. For example, there is this I told you about earlier, calculate Julian date. I think this is the second method on calculating Julian date. So what happened, I think that the author in the first time dropped some code that he might use, but he didn't end up using it, okay? This is called the Yagini principle, which is you ain't gonna need it, okay? So we can't safely delete this method. We don't need it, right? It is private, it's not used. Same thing happened for this one, detect daylight saving. We are not using it and it is private and everything is working. We can delete it. Same thing for get base time zone. We can delete it easily. Get time zone, we can delete it. Awesome. I think there is one extra method, which is the degree arctangent. So I think this is also like there are a lot of utility functions we are using here. For example, the cosine, the sine, and also the arc sine, arc cosine, right? And you are converting it to degrees because normally to produce the output in radians, right? So here, this one isn't used. We can also delete it. And then we can retry our coverage from here. Once we retry our coverage, we are going to see we are passing 100% and 100%. And this is pretty good starting point. Now we are going to commit this code. Like this is big milestone we did. And here for the test, I'm not going to share with you the specific tests here I'm writing. I'm going to share the final project. So this will force you to practice in the course so that you can get the most benefits from this course. So please, before moving ahead, try to reach 100%, write those unit tests, just try to practice here. Like I already shared with you principles I'm using and also the different tests, try to attain 100%. And now we are pretty much ready to start refactoring. The only thing missing Not actually, let me say, in the next video, we are going to refactor this test a little bit because we need to clean a little bit, of course. So in the next video, we are going to clean a little bit this test. We are going to refactor them. We're going to move some tests into some other parts, and then we can start refactoring our code. So that's it for this video. In the next video, we are going to refactor this test. So see you there. Salam alaikum.